So you've got a great chat for us. This is really interesting. Basically, a million ways to save money.
Today's Parent has this incredible article, and it's for new parents and it's for parents with previous experience.
It's great.
It's great.
It's great.
They start off with the front page saying, you know what? To raise a child from 0 to 18 costs just under $244,000.
Almost $250,000.
That's per kid.
Per kid.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Here in
You have
Canada.
4 kids, you bet $500,000 in your pot. Well,
I'm sorry about that.
I've got way too many children.
Make too much money. But the 58 ways to save money on anything, you could really delve deep because there are a lot of websites that they offer up, but they do take them from newborn on. And a couple that I want to touch on with the things you really don't need in the first year, which is something that I looked at because when you're when you're going to have a new parent, you're going to have these babies, you go into these stores. And that change table, one of them is the change table number 2 here. It's a $300 change table, and it's oak, and it's got drawers.
Nice padding.
And I wasn't the cheap guy. I was more afraid of, you know what, I can't drop the baby if it's on the floor.
Yeah.
So
you were afraid the kid's going to roll off and thunk.
I did without it, and I thought, well, you know, when people are trying to save a buck or two, and I tell parents this, why buy that change table?
Absolutely. I never used the change table. I was always on the ground, especially if you already have another kid too, right? Like you're on the ground anyway, and you're not going to run upstairs and leave the other child on the main floor.
Rings?
Exactly.
But the problem is, as a new parent, you don't really know what to expect. So you go into these stores and you see this, and you're like, well, clearly I should buy these things because safety, right?
I got a newborn tip. Because, I mean, I have 3 older kids and another newborn, Eddie, who's now just 1. Don't buy a high chair.
Oh.
Buy the ones that attach to your counter or your table. It's the portable ones that you bring to restaurants. You take up so little space with those. You don't have that big honking piece of furniture in your kitchen.
Absolutely.
The wiper warmers, that was the other thing that I think you don't need.
I never even heard of those before.
We made the mistake of buying one of those.
Of course.
We used it maybe twice.
Or you get it as a gift. You move on to older kids, and you know this is a family saving to begin with. At Costco, you know you might not need that 24-pack of lentil beans, right?
Right.
But there are other things that you can really save on. They've done their work here at Today's Parent. The batteries, if you're buying the bulk batteries, 60% cheaper than if you're picking them up at Shoppers Drug Mart. So you're going to save because kids, their things need batteries, and you're going to be spending more. And then the Cineplex, this is something we brought up on the show before. The Cineplex Child Movie Pack gift card. It's $10.79 at Costco, and it includes snacks.
It includes
the kid pack with it. Whereas if you go and just buy a ticket for your little one, it's $9. There's many, many more things.
And I like the prescriptions one too at Costco.
Cheaper.
So much cheaper.
Baby wipes. Significantly cheaper for a huge box.
And toilet paper.
Get the baby wipes. Get the prescription. My gosh.
And you know, great information here on Today's Parent. This is in this month's issue. In next month's issue, there's a great article on the childhood obesity epidemic, and we're going to be speaking with Sasha Emmons, the editor-in-chief of Today's Parent, a little later in the show.
We could have done 15 minutes on this.
Easily.
Well, we'll revisit some
Maybe we'll have to come back to this. It's so good.
It's of course available on Texture.
Absolutely. Absolutely.